Hi everyone, welcome to the Shobitam Trunkshow. I'm Aparna, and as always, we have something very special for you. A very fine curation of products that have been put together, working closely with our artisans and weavers for so many months now. Spring is just a week away. Ugadi is round the corner. Eid is round the corner. So we had a lot of requests to show products, both saris and jewelry, and we have them both today. We have in our jewelry section, you'll see every piece that has not been shown before. And this is what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. And then the black finish Kemp jewelry, which has never been showcased before. So we're going to do about 30 minutes of jewelry. Like I said, very new jewelry. And then we're going to move on to our saris. And then our sari collection too is going to be a mixed range, a very exclusive range. We have mushroom silks like what I'm wearing. These are very special mushroom silks with bandage work. We also have some very unique, fresh tissue saris, a fresh collection of Mysore silks because they're so hot and trending now. And then Kanjivarams, of course. And then we have ikats, we have your sambal puris, and so much more. So on that note, without further ado, let's get started. I'm sure you're all wondering what the code for today is. So the code for today is spring, S-P-R-I-N-G, because spring is just a week away. And it's a lovely time of the year. The days get longer. There's so much that you can make out of your day, and festivals are around the corner. So on that note, let's finally get started. So those of you who are familiar with the show, you know how it goes. Every product that I'm actually showcasing to you today is displayed on the special page called shobitam.com/live. Now, there's only so much that I can showcase in an hour, and we have more than 200 products dropped today. So you'll find not just the products that are showcased, but our entire drop of products that got released today. And as I'm showcasing every product to you, you'll see the link posted on Facebook and you'll see the code posted on Instagram because Insta doesn't take your clickable links. So on that note, let's get started. So we're going to start with our 92.5 silver jewelry collection. And so many of you love our 92.5 silver jewelry because it's at that sweet spot. Gold jewelry is, with the gold prices soaring, it's not, really affordable. You can get a lot more done out of silver. And the beauty of silver is it's precious, so it not just retains its value, but also increases in value over time, like it has been, especially in the last year. And then these are meticulously crafted by the same karigars who make gold jewelry. So you'll see them exactly the way gold jewelry would be. And look at the craftsmanship, look at the designs. These are very exquisite, very exotic designs. And here is the very first one. This is your Balaji theme harem. So it's like a mid-length necklace. Actually, let me remove this so you can see this better. One moment. So I'm going to show you how this particular piece of jewelry looks like. It's an absolute statement piece. So here is the very first necklace. And because it has a dori, or you can go with an optional adjustable chain, fishhook chain, you can adjust the length. If you prefer it shorter, you can do that. If you prefer it medium, you can do that. If you prefer it dangling a little bit below, it's absolutely possible. And look at the very fine craftsmanship. So it's a very unique piece, very statement piece. You absolutely cannot go unnoticed with this necklace. So here is the very first piece. This is your 92.5 pure silver with gold plating on it. Our next piece is inspired by traditional South Indian jewelry designs. So for those of you who are familiar, these are your Mangalyam or your Mangal Sutra designs. And it's been given this contemporary twist. So it looks very chic, very classy, but it's got that hint of traditional element to it. And you can wear it as a choker and you can wear it a little bit lower. So here is your second piece. I think it looks very interesting. Really caught my eye. And it's got this little green stone here and these pearl danglings to complete the look. And these are all mix and match, which means if you want just the necklace, you can purchase the necklace, or you can go to a website to find something matching that would go with it. So here is your second piece. Another very interesting piece, this would be perfect for your Indian clothes, Western clothes. A very beautiful pendant, again inspired by your South Indian traditional jewelry designs. Look at this. And you can wear it on a wire chain or wear it on a longer flexible chain. So you can go here or here. Look at it, it's perfect. You can even wear it with a collared shirt. It's that beautiful. And it's got that perfect amalgamation of your traditional elements and contemporary charm. And again, 92.5 silver. It is hallmarked for assurance. So here is your next piece. Earrings this time. And look at these beautiful earrings. This is part of the boho collection. And look at the butterfly. It adds that little playful element. And then it's got this antique gold look and very, very pretty pair of earrings. So here is your next very beautiful pair of earrings in 92.5 silver jewelry. Another Nakshi piece. Nakshi or Nagas is your 3D carved jewelry. And look at this statement harem. Look at the designs, the mango units on the sides, little pearls dangling below. Look at this part. It gives that nice statement look. And then this very broad and very aesthetic piece pendant dangling below. And this is how this very, very beautiful necklace looks like. You can wear it higher, medium, or lower. I think this length looks perfect. I really like how the pendant stands out. So here is your next piece. These are absolute statement pieces that you cannot go wrong with. Okay, next one. Now for that particular piece of necklace, if you wanted earrings, look at this. Look at this. Do they not remind you of your traditional designs, but they're still so contemporary. So here is your next very stunning piece of silver jewelry. Something different this time. Look at this. This is your dolak or your drum design. Again, very traditional South Indian jewelry piece, but with a modern twist to it. And it sits perfectly along your neck. Now, one thing that is true for all our silver jewelry, or at least most of it, is there are absolutely no shortcuts. So you'll see that, you know, the neck pieces really cover your neck. They wrap your neck really well. So most places you'll find necklace which goes only part of the neck. It doesn't cover the sides. So these pieces are done very nicely, keeping those aesthetics in mind. So here is your next piece. And look at all the elements, how it's come together. And it's antique gold that's not shining too loud. Goes very well on the Indian skin tone. So here is your next piece. All right. Moving on, another boho piece, and look at this. Look at the green, look at the coral inspired stones, and look at this work here. Very beautiful. It's got this nice matte finish, so it's not too loud. And then again, it can sit low on a chain or sit high. So either way, you know, it stands out, looks very, very charming, absolutely noticeable. So here is your next piece. A very different set this time. And this one is a set. Look at this multicolor stones here. And it's an asymmetric design. It's not exactly right and left, exactly the same. And this would be a beautiful piece because it will go with so many of your saris, your western wear, because it's got so many different colors on it. And it has this nice Western look to it. Look at this peacock, look at this florals. Everything comes really well together. So I'm just going to show you once again. Let's take a moment to admire this beautiful piece. So here is your very pretty jewelry. And you know, these are absolutely exotic, very, very unique pieces that have the best of aesthetics, that have the best of designs, and then they are very, very authentic. So here is your next piece. And these are all handcrafted pieces. Okay, and the earrings, For that, this would go perfectly with those. So here is your chandelier earrings with your multicolor stones that would go perfectly for that necklace. All right. Um, I'm going to show you this piece. Two more on our silver jewelry. We have more than 1,000 designs in silver jewelry. Now this is your very, very contemporary one with your semi-precious stones. Look at this. And they're all uneven, again asymmetric, and they sit very well around the neckline. Look at this. And then these are the earrings that would go with that. So here. So that was the necklace, and these are the earrings that would go with it. So very, very beautiful, unique. You know, if you want to give a modern twist to your sari ensemble, this piece will take care of that. Okay. So the last piece that I'm showcasing today in the silver jewelry collection is this earring with an ear cuff. So it really covers your earlobe very, very nicely, your ear very, very nicely. And look at how this looks. Isn't it charming? Very, very charming. It looks like a celebrity design. And then here, take a look. So very, very pretty, very standout piece of jhumka with your ear cuff. And it's got this for support. So here is your next silver jewelry piece. Our next featured collection in jewelry is going to be the black finish Kemp jewelry. It's a very, very hot trend. Not a lot of people have it, and these are absolutely high quality pieces. The base metal, like this jhumka that I'm wearing, the base metal for this is brass, and then it's actually given a black polish for a very unique look. And then again, this is something that goes very well with the Indian skin tone, and we have some very unique designs that are inspired by your South Indian traditional jewelry. So here is the piece that I was wearing earlier today. You know, it looks like a Bharatanatyam dancer's piece, and I think it looks very pretty because it's got those two layers that are dangling so nicely. So, and the chain here is also very delicate, which lets the pendant do the talking. So here is your next necklace, and I think this jhumka or jhumki goes perfectly with it. And this is separate. The stud detaches from the jhumka. So if you want to wear just the stud, you can do that too. So here it is. Okay, another beautiful harem or your long necklace. Take a look at this. This one is a little bit more simple compared to the previous one. And here it is. A very, very beautiful set. This is brass base with a black finish. And look at the aesthetics of this. These pearls always add charm. And then every unit, it's got these two pearls on the side. So it looks very charming when you walk because they dangle. And here is your next very pretty piece. These are art jewelry pieces. This is not the silver jewelry collection. Like I said, this is made of brass, but it's a very hot, trending, pieces of jewelry, which not a lot of people have. Okay. If you like shorter pieces, chokers, then we have this. And look at the standout piece, the crescent moon design, and it wraps so beautifully around your neck. So a beautiful choker in black finish and looks very pretty. Just 3 is just good enough. 5 would look too heavy. So 3 is just perfect and really stand out. Bangle. Now these bangles are available in 2.4, 2.6 and 2.8 and goes very well with the black jewelry, necklace and earrings. Another shorter one. Take a look at this. This is your addigai with the padakam or your pendant, and then it's got 2 units on the side, so it fills up the side as well. And here is your next necklace. If you want something that's not too heavy, not too light, then this is just the perfect one. So here is the next piece of your black finish jewelry. And all of these come with this very beautiful dories, these thick dories. They look like silver replicas. They absolutely look like silver replicas because these are traditional gold and silver jewelry designs. Okay, jhumkas this time. I'm going to show you two jhumkas. The one that I'm wearing is a medium size. This one is a medium size. And then we have the large size jhumka. This one is a size larger. And look at the white stones against the black base. And isn't it pretty? Like I said, the stud is detachable. And then we have the two-tier jhumkas with two layers. Look at this. This also comes with a stud. So if you want something for your dance or something really stand out, then this is it. But mind you, these are heavy. So this will weigh you down, if you wear it over a long period of time. So just giving you that little bit of warning. But they will add oodles of beauty to you. So here is your next jhumka. All right. So the last piece that I'm going to showcase in the black finish jewelry is this Mang Tika. I wore this kind of a Mang Tika for my wedding. I remember it very clearly. This was the shape, but it was in a gold finish base. And this is how this very pretty Mang Tika looks like. Okay. So we're going to move on to our oxidized jewelry, which is a very, very, very hot category. As Indians growing up, oxidized jewelry was so accessible, and now we have this very, very pretty designs that are so unique, that add so much beauty. They've been very thoughtfully created, keeping a lot of design aesthetics, comfort in mind. And as I'm going to showcase these, you'll understand why I'm saying that. Take a look at this. Look at this beautiful bangle, and it's adjustable, so it'll fit all sizes. And it's a statement piece. It's an absolute statement piece with the ghungroos. And when I say design aesthetics and comfort, see, it's kept open, so any size, it fits any size. People, if you have a family where you want to pass it on to your daughter, sister, whoever, you don't have to worry about sizing. And look at the ghungroos. Look at the density of the ghungroos that adds charm to it. And there's this beautiful carved piece in the center. So really, really stand out bangle. And again, they look very much like your pure silver jewelry pieces. This is an absolute statement piece. Okay, now our featured pieces today in this silver jewelry, in this oxidized silver collection are these coin necklaces. Oh my goodness. Each one has been handcrafted very, very thoughtfully. Look at this. So the center, so you see three pendants actually. These are printed. And these have God motifs. So you see Vaishno Devi in the center and you see Radhe Krishna on the side. These are actual glass pieces. These are not plastic. These are actual painted glass pieces strung together. And the whole thing has come out very, very nicely. So if you want a nice boho look, you cannot go wrong with this. A very standout piece. So, and we have a few of these with different settings, some with different gods, some with different colors of the glass. So this is what this very beautiful piece looks like. Isn't it really amazing? Really stand out. So here it is. And I know these pieces will not last long. And it's got these nice ghungroos too. So there are quite a few that we have here. It's not going to be easy to replenish these. I just want to show you the nuances. That one had Vaishno Devi in the center. This one has Radhe Krishna. Red stones, red painted glass here. I'm just going to show you 3 or 4 just so that you understand the variety. And then, actually the next one happens to be a Radhe Krishna too. A slightly different color tone. So look at this. Look at this. All right. So something very different this time. Oh yes, this is your Lord Vishnu and Lakshmi sitting on Garuda. So looks very different. Look at this. Amazing, right? And it's got that nice tribal charm to it. All right, so I'm going to show you jhumkas. I feel an Indian, if you love jewelry, your jewelry chest is not complete without jhumkas. And look at this one. OMG, you absolutely have to have it. Look at this. It's nice and big. And then look at all the carving. And then you have these white motis dangling below. You don't typically see a lot of white motis with your oxidized jewelry. So, absolutely statement pieces. And this is how big these are. And this is how stand out these jhumkas are. So, here is your next one. Okay, now if you love earrings like I do, you need to have these painted glass jhumkas. So we have pretty flowers for that little feminine touch, a little playful touch. And look at these jhumkas with this little thing pointing in the center. And we have these in a few colors, but this one was very charming. I thought a Firozi color. A Firozi color that goes beautifully with the oxidized base. And it has these hooks. All right, now it's time for your fusion. So this is your Jadao, Ahmedabadi Jadao fusion with your oxidized. So it's your Chand Bali with the dual tone gold and silver. And look at this very pretty design with your embedded, your encrusted Jadao pieces on it. All right. This time it's your Afghani inspired pieces. Most pieces on the market are plastic. These are absolutely genuine glass pieces. So whatever you see embellished are actual glass pieces. And look at this beautiful design. And I'm going to show you how this looks. Take a look. So very, very pretty design in real glass embellished pieces. Okay, if you love color, take a look at this. Very, very statement piece. And it comes with a Firozi color dori. And look at this one. Look at this. Very standout, very prominent. Will go perfect for your dandiyas, your lehengas. If you have a simple sari, it will absolutely enhance the look. So, and these are real mirrors, real glass. Okay, so something different this time. This pendant, you cannot go wrong with it. Remember I showed you the jhumkas? So this pendant will go perfectly with this, the pendant and the necklace. So this is what this one looks like. Okay, so this is your Maharashtrian design. I'm not exactly sure what this is called, but look at the ghungru, look at the balls, the small ones, the big ones. And if somebody can help me with the name, that will be really nice. And here's what this very pretty piece looks like. Look at this. And they look like real silver. They really, really do. So here is your next piece. Okay, you cannot go wrong with this. This one has been handcrafted, and the artisan who made it told me that she deliberately added a lot of white moti to give that charm. White moti definitely gives a lot of beauty when you wear it. And look at this very pretty piece. Again, it's very size inclusive because it's got this screw here. So here is your next piece. Another kada. This time it's got this elephant here. Two beautiful elephant motifs that stand out. And again, a screw in the center. So it's very size inclusive. All right. Okay. You cannot go wrong with this piece either. Look at this. Isn't it charming? This beautiful peacock, and it's got this very modern look to it with this Firoza stones and white motis. Oh, I absolutely loved these earrings. This is the last piece that, actually one more piece that I'm going to showcase in our oxidized jewelry collection. Very, very pretty piece. Look at this. Look at this. Very standout your earrings. Look at this. And made with real stained glass. All right. Rings, if you love rings, I'll show you one of them. This one. Take a look at this. Very beautiful purple real glass. And again, it's adjustable, so it will fit a lot of sizes. So here is your next piece. I'm going to show you some gold tone art jewelry pieces, maybe 3 or 4 of them. Khan chains are such a hit. Khan chains are such a hit. Our celebrities are making them more popular. They've always been around, but they're more popular than ever before. And look at this one with your 3 layers. So 3 layers, 2 simple moti, and then look at this one on the bottom. So it goes like this. So it's got a little hook to attach to your hair, and look at this very pretty piece. All right. Ear cuffs are in, bugadis are in. And look at this very beautiful ear cuff. So this part actually goes inside your ear hole, and this one actually clasps onto the top. So it goes like this. Yeah. And I have a few of these. They do add a lot of beauty. So here is this one with the moissanite stones. And I'm going to show you one more. This one is a kundan one. Take a look at this. Very beautiful kundan ear cuff that goes like this. All right. One last piece before we move on to our jewelry. Look at these beautiful peacock design Khan chain. These are all brass pieces that I showed you with your green stone. So this part goes into your ear hole, and it's got this little hook to clasp onto your ear. So look at this. This is how this one looks like. All right. So as exciting as these jewelry pieces were, equally exciting are our saris that are going to come very shortly. So hang in there. All right, next up is saris. Look at what I'm wearing. It's a mushroom silk. And then this sari just came today, which is why the blouse piece, even the blouse piece has not been cut. But it's a very interesting sari because it's got these beautiful shibori mandalas. Only thing is that it's not been resist dyed. So you'll see these beautiful mandalas. There's red, there's purple, there's green here. And the fabric is so nice. It's nice and flowy. At the same time, it's got this rich luster to it. So it shines, at the same time it flows. And it's got these nice zari borders to frame it beautifully. And it comes in very beautiful desi colors. So here is the first sari. I'm going to show you a few in this category. Look at this one. Very interesting sari, authentic mushroom silk sari, Banarsi mushroom silk. And then what's interesting, it's a half and half sari. So the lower half of the sari is got these bandage with a jal. So it's not just bandage, but it's got bandage with a zari jal. So your pleats area is going to have this beautiful bandage, and then the top of the sari is going to feature these bandhani mandalas. And then there is these, and then the zari borders frame the sari very, very beautifully. This is the pallu. Here is the blouse piece with the zari and the circumbandage border. So beautiful fabric, nice and flowy, very rich, and then it's got the authentic handmade charm of Bandhani. So this is how this beautiful sari flows and drapes like, and look at everything coming together so nicely. The mandalas, the zari work, the color, and then the jal and the bandhani in the pleats area. So very interesting, very unique sari. All right. So I'm going to show you a few. Now these saris, believe it or not, our weaver brought it just today. We were waiting for these saris. They take months, and then they came in at the perfect time. So beautiful, rich mustard color. Exact. So this one has no jal. This is just a mandala design. And this is authentic circumbandage. Look at this, authentic circumbandage. The texture of it, and a lovely golden mustard color, and beautiful zari work. And let's see how the sari drapes like. So this is the blouse piece. Again, it's got the zari and the bandage work, and this drapes so beautifully like this. Look at the purple cover here, and beautiful flowy Banarsi sari with bandage work that happens in the Kutch region of Gujarat. This time it's going to be a royal blue. Look at this. And then the interesting thing about the sari is it's not framed with zari borders, but it's got a very unique weave. A weave that actually has velvet embossed on it. Now this is velvet is actually woven into the sari in a textured 3D fashion. And look at this beautiful sari with blue and red. And look at this, the mandalas, the velvet here, zari here, and really stand out sari. Now, if you want additional handwork done on the mandalas or anywhere else on the sari, we can make that happen for you as well. And same concept blouse piece with the zari and the circumbandage on it. All right. A Rani pink this time. Look at this. Every sari is unique, so beautiful, and has to be showcased to show its real glory. And each sari is very unique. Look at this. And I'm going to show you how this sari looks like. Look at this. Mustard and then the zari work on it. So here is your next sari. We're going to go with a lighter color this time. It's a beautiful periwinkle color, which is your purple with a tinge of blue, and very pleasing sari. Look at this. And this one's got these velvet embossed weave. Look at this, which almost looks like meenakari. It is meenakari, and the velvet weave adds the 3D texture to it. So very charming sari. And then this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. Look at how it falls. So this is actually the bottom side. This is the top side. And then look at this. Look at this. Actually, let me show you this way. So this zari goes on the top. Look at this. Beautiful mandalas. And then here is the charming pallu. So very standout piece. Tell me if you've actually seen a sari like this. Next one is your mushroom. Look at this. Standout borders. I love paisleys. And the sari oozes with beauty. Look at this. Look at these long paisleys, not just on the pallu, but running across the edge of the sari as well. So here is your sari flowing so nicely in a rich purple color and these elongated paisley motifs. This is your Alfi weave with your gold and silver woven together. Nice thin borders. So here is your next sari. And for those of you who are not familiar, every Shobitam sari is ready to wear, which means it's got fall, it's got pico done, and then all our silk saris actually come with tassels, and I'm going to show you what those tassels look like in a bit. Okay, this is your Kora organza in a beautiful sea green color, and what really stands out is not just that crisp fabric, but look at the velvet embossed meenakari work on it. So this is actually velvet embossed and antique zari. And let's see what a thin one layer looks like. I think the color looks very charming. The fabric is your fairy tale kind fabric. And look at this very beautiful sari. Take a look at this. All right. What's next? Banyan tree motifs. So a lovely mushroom silk sari with your buttas. And then look at these beautiful banyan tree motifs in Sona Rupa and copper color. So there's gold zari, there's silver zari, and copper zari coming together. And this is how this sari drapes like royal blue. You cannot go wrong with it. And here is your sari and very standout color combination. Okay, next one. This time it's a white and a very standout design. Look at this white and pink. And the beauty of the sari is that every color that you see on the sari is actually hand painted. It's painted by hand. It's called the brush dye technique. Now, if you want the same sari in a different combination, we can make that happen for you. Look at this beautiful mandalas, colorful mandalas, and a nice, rich, flowy mushroom silk fabric. And I'm going to show you this up close so you can see the beauty of it, admire the beauty, and then look at the stunning Konya motifs that go on the collar. And this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. Like I said, if you want our weavers to make a different combination, we can do it while the loom lasts. Okay. Now this one is a Banarsi sari woven in pure net. So this is net that's actually made from silk. So nice, thin, wispy fabric, and it's got this rung cut design, skirt border and pallu. Very unique. These are not saris that we've showcased before. So very beautiful, pure net handloom sari. So all the saris that I'm showcasing are all handmade saris, and it's net. Look at this closely. The nice translucent texture, the stripes, and then this beautiful rankat design. Pallu. All right, a Jugalbandi sari this time, and it's got your bandage and chikankari fusion in one. And look at this. This is your katan silk, and then look at this chikankari work that's done on it. So here is your sari, your bottle green with your mandalas in red and pink, and your white thread work in chikankari style. So here is your next sari. All right, a few more interesting saris. Now this is very exotic, very unique sari. Now this is your full kadwa weave sari, a pure katan silk sari, and then there is very intricate rai bandage work done on it. So very exquisite weave. Look at this. Look at the rich colors, all kadwa. Look at this. And then let's see how the sari drapes like. Now typically what we do is we actually roll press the lower half so you can get the length where you do the pleats, but we leave the top half as it is with that little texture to give you that drape, and it also has that nice authentic rich texture to it. So here is the pallu. This is how this gorgeous sari drapes like. Look at the rich colors, so many beautiful colors coming together. The pallu, and here is the blouse piece with your with your bandage buttas and zari border. So here is your next sari. This is quite an exquisite piece because it's kadwa jangla with rai bandage in one. Another very beautiful piece of kadwa jangla sari. This time it's a blood red color. Very beautiful sari with your meenakari, and the meenakari is actually done in the kadwa style. So look at this rich color, very standout color, and then look at the pallu. So very unique, very beautiful, very rich color, and everything's come together very nicely in this. Oh, and this is your mushroom silk. This is your mushroom silk for that satiny texture and gloss. Okay, this time it's a white, and if you want the same pattern, same design, meenakari in a different color body, we can make it happen for you. So this is a white mushroom silk with your kadwa jangla meenakari design all over, and then look at the stunning pallu here. So very pretty sari and really stand out. Okay, another one, this time it's a rani pink. This is your Ada design, which is your diagonal stripes, and then look at this rich rani pink color and how beautifully the colors, the zari work, the border, the fabric, everything's come together very nicely. So very beautiful handmade beauty. All right, another Ada design. This time it's a purple, a very nice glossy purple sari, and it's got these paisleys. Look at this, paisleys and meenakari in one. Look at how glossy the mushroom silk fabric is, and this is how a single layer drapes like. So, and this is your silver tone zari and a stunning pallu. So here is your next sari. All right, so we're going to move on to our position print silks. Look at this fabric. Very beautiful pure silk beauty with digital print on it. Very flowy fabric. And then look at this. Look at this. It's very light, very flowy. And this is how the sari looks like. All right. So we're going to move on to our next featured collection. And these saris are absolutely stunning. They look perfect for your special occasions. These are tissue saris. Now it's not gold tissue, but it's actually colored tissue. So this one's actually purple colored tissue with a different color silk. So it gives that nice jewel tone to it. A single layer is absolutely magical. As you can see, look at this. And look at how beautifully the sari drapes like. So nice border to frame it. Buttas that are dense on the top. And look closely at the fabric. So this is your tissue. It's nice, crispy. And then look at the zari work on it. So here is your next sari. And I'm going to show you some very interesting pieces in this. Look at this beauty. It's a nice lime gold color with a dusty pink, very soft dusty pink, two-color border. This is your top side border. And look at how a single layer of this beauty, it's very elegant. And here is the sari. Look at this. Like I said, very elegant and cannot go wrong. Look at this. And a very beautiful blouse piece. It's got satin on the sides and then a thin strip of zari on the bottom. So you can get really creative with your blouse. So here is your next sari. All right. The next one is a surprise. Guess what it is? A stunning dual tone, a stunning, very magical sage. It's got hints of sage, it's got hints of pink, and it's come together very beautifully. Look at the purple borders framing it. And then it's a tissue sari. So take a look at this beauty. Very unique pieces. Here is your next sari. Take a look. All right. Oh my goodness. These ombre saris are an absolute must have. Look at this. This is a borderless ombre sari. Look at the beautiful colors, nice pastel hues from your greens to your lavenders to your pink to yellow. It's got it all. And it's a pure hand woven tissue sari. And look at this beauty. Here is your next sari. All right, moving on. Before I show you another ombre sari, this one really caught my eye. Look at this peacock blue sari with the pink borders, tissue sari, the shine of the sari, the translucent texture, the zari buttas, the two-tone borders, everything stands up. So here is your next sari, and this is how this beautiful piece comes together. And it's completely hand-woven. Green, a bottle green this time. You know, if you're looking for saris for your upcoming festivals, be it your Eid, be it Ugadi, we have it all. You cannot go wrong with these. And look at this green one and the pink. Look at this. And like I showed the other one, it comes with a satin patta blouse piece and zari border, also in tissue. So here is your next sari. A gold this time, a gold for your little bit of magic. And look at this very unique shade of gold. It's like a tan gold color with your rich red and pink borders. Look at this. There's a bit of purple too, purple paisleys. And this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. Look at this. So here is your next sari. All right. And lavender, if you love lavender, this one's not a tissue, it's a Kora sari. So it's a pure organza sari. And then take a look at this. So very pretty sari. Look at this. And here is the pallu. This is the body of the sari. I think it's come together very, very beautiful. Look at this. Look at the texture of it. It's pure magic. Okay, another ombre this time. The one that I showed you before was light tone. This one is a darker tone with shades of brown, shades of olive green. There's brown and it's so magical. Look at this. Very, very pretty sari, very standout, very unique sari. And I'm just going to show you, run across the body of the sari to give you a glimpse of this. So the top half is a little lighter compared to the bottom. So it has this nice gradient to it. And the zari work adds to it. Okay, another beautiful Kora sari. This time it's a hot pink, a rani pink. And look at the mandalas that come in the sari. So here is a sari. And look at this. Isn't it charming? So here is a sari with your beautiful mandalas in the center. Alright. So I'm going to show you one Katan silk sari just as a reference, and we have so many of these saris that just got dropped today. A very, very warm welcome to everyone who's joining in. We have a very special trunk show today featuring the finest in our jewelry and saris. We have a fresh collection, a collection that's not been showcased before, be it your saris or your jewelry, and perfect for your upcoming festivals. So we're going to move on to the Katan silk sari that I was talking about. Look at this. Look at the gloss, look at the color combination. These are timeless saris. And look at how this one drapes. It's that buttery soft material. And look at the contrast borders for the typical Banarsi charm. Here is the blouse piece with buttas. And we have them in so many different colors. I'm just going to show you one without opening. This is your mustard. And then we have so many more. Name the color, we have it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something. Like I said, we have a fresh collection that's not been showcased before. This is your pure raw silk tissue sari with your Paithani style borders. Now these borders are not pure silk, but the body of the sari is. And look at this beauty. This one is a power loom sari, and I'm going to show you how this looks like. So look at this. This is pure raw silk tissue, and it's also got buttas in it. And look at the peacock pallu. It's got this blouse piece and very beautiful color combination, and we have them in a few beautiful shades. I'm just going to show you two. This one is a beautiful rose pink, and I'm going to show you sea green. So it's raw silk, pure raw silk with the shimmer, the light shimmer of gold, little buttas, and then the red borders. So let's see how this one looks like. Take a look at this. So it's your sea green with red, very striking combination. Here is the pallu. Look at this. And then very novel. This is a very, very new trend. So you won't see this as much. So here is your next sari. All right. So what's next? It's going to be our Kanjivarams. We have a fresh batch of Kanjivarams waiting to be showcased. And then we have some airy silk saris. We have ikkats. We have your Madhubanis, Mysore silks, and more. Actually, let's go on to our Mysore silks now because we had so many requests for it. So these are the Mysore silk saris that I was talking about. We showed you so many of our plain saris the last time. Our featured collection was the Mysore silks. And then we said we didn't show the brocades as much. So today we have brocades for you. And then Mysore silk is gaining that popularity again. Look at what Rashmika wore for her wedding, a beautiful red Mysore silk. And look at this very beautiful sari. Mysore silk, pure Mysore crepe silk with zari brocade. This is a nice deep ink purple and beautiful pallu. Now all these saris, every Shobitam sari will be ready to wear with fall, piku. All our silks come with tassels, and I'm going to show you what those tassels look like. And here is your next sari. It's a very fluid drape. When it comes to Mysore silks, people like it because it just drapes around you so nicely. You don't have to worry about, the sari ballooning up, or will it, stay put, maintenance. It has all of it. Now, these are the tassels that I was talking about. All our silk saris come tasseled like this. Okay, so that was the purple. Now, this is a nice pista green sari with your rose jal in zari. Now, the zari color in Mysore silks brocades typically is mute, and it goes very, very well. Look at this very elegant pista green Banarsi design on your Mysore crepe silk, and a very pleasing color, very pleasing brocade. All right. Next up is a dusty lavender, and it's got this Persian arch design. Take a close look. Very muted zari, thin borders to frame the sari, and it's got light meenakari. Actually, no, the other one has meenakari. So look at this beautiful brocade sari with your Persian arches design, and look at how beautiful this sari is. All right. This is the sari with the meenakari work. Look at this. Same color, your dusty amethyst color with your muted zari work and pink meenakari detailing just for that little pop of color, a yellow selvage, and then this sari drapes like this. The sari drapes like this. Looks very charming. Look at this. And here is your next sari. All right. What's up next? A beautiful heather blue brocade sari. This time it's got these geometric motifs. Take a look at this. And a very pleasing color. So it's actually blue with a tinge of grey. And this is how this very pretty sari drapes like. So look at this. So here is your next heather blue pure Mysore silk crepe sari. And then if you like plain saris, plain Mysore silk saris, we have a whole bunch of them on our website. I'm just going to show you one for reference, a lovely bottle green. This is your rich bottle green with your Annapakshi border. Look at the Annapakshi border. And then let's see what the pallu looks like. So this is your classic chit pallu. Very simple, yet very elegant. And here is your sari. Let's see how it drapes like. This is how the sari drapes like. Okay, what's next? We did one sari as a prototype in blue and red, and you loved it. So we said, let's do more. So this is your pure modal silk sari with a half and half design. So this will be your lower half. This is your partly pallu. So your pallu will have this ajrak. This is your authentic ajrak. And then look closely, you will see the ajrak part dressed with kattana and sequins. And then, so your entire pleats area will look like this. And we actually made it very, very generous so you get more pleats. And then this is your top half. And then the pallu has this work again. Look at the detailing, the lagra zari patta. And then below this, we'll have the tassels. So a very pretty sari. It's hard to show the final look here because this is going to be your pleats area. And the pink and black playfully come together. All right. It is going to be our Sambalpuri ikkats next. And look at this beautiful yantra design in a deep maroon plum color. It's like your kanchana color with your mustard combination. And this is your yantra design. A very, very standout sari. And this is pure Sambalpuri ikat, which means that the yarns have been dyed before they have been woven, and they've been done with a lot of precision. So here is your next very standout sari. Two more ikats today. This time it's a mustard. Look at this mustard with green border. Look at this, and it's the beauty of a Sambalpuri ikat weave is it's very, very lightweight, very easy to maintain. So here is your next sari. This is the pallu. I'm going to show you one Pochampalli ikat, and I absolutely love this combination. I personally had this combination. This one actually is framed with beautiful borders. You know what's special about it? You would not see a design like this. It's got your Nandi motifs, so two Nandi, two bulls facing each other. You will typically not see a Nandi design on your ikat sari. So this is the first time this prototype has been done, and it's come out very nicely. It's a blue with a tinge of green, and look at the Nandi design. So very standout sari, and here is the very beautiful, this is the blouse piece, and then this is the pallu. And it's come together, the blue, the white, the motifs, the handmade charm, everything come together very nicely in this sari. Okay. We showed you our semi-silks, the gadwals, and you loved them. So we have a few more colors today. This one is a peacock blue-green. This is your art silk gadwal sari. And look at the buttas, look at the rich zari work. And here is your traditional charm. And these saris go very well as return gifts. So a lot of you have been buying our bundle saris. So any sari that you want to buy as a bundle, let's say 15 of them, 5 of them, 10 of them, you actually get them as at a special discount. So if you want saris in bulk, talk to us. We'll give you special pricing. Okay, so I'm going to bring our Kanjivarams now and look at what we have today. So look at this. Very, very beautiful designs. The beauty of Kanjivarams is the rich color combination, the zari work, the handmade charm, and we're going to see what we have today. Our first sari is your temple border, and this is unlike any other temple border because it's got zari stripes, actually thread stripes running across the body of the sari. Now, anytime you see lines like these, maybe like a single line is missing, it's a different color. These are very, very characteristic of handloom. So, and these are absolutely not counted as defects. So, a very beautiful, rich honey color sari with a brown combination. And look at the muted zari temple borders, equal width borders on both sides. An absolute stunner. Look at this. Look at this. How standout this sari is. Look at this. Very beautiful and totally one of a kind. So here is your next sari. It's so beautiful. I have to take a moment to admire this. So here is your next sari, and then the pallu and blouse piece. Okay. Now, even in our Kanjivarams, I'll actually get to that in a bit. So look at this. This is your off-white, and look at the colors here. Look at the colors here. Look at how beautiful the sari is. Nice and colorful. This is your raindrop motifs, as they say. And look at the rich colors that are muted yet stand out. And equal width on both sides. So here is your next sari. So here is your next sari. Okay. If you love colors, if you love Kanjivaram, you're going to love our half border saris. I personally have a mustard green and pink. And look at this beautiful peacock green combination. It's a half border. This is the top half. This is the lower half. Filled in zari. And then this pallu to add that charm. These are the tassels that I was talking about. Look at these. They're very, very thoughtfully done in-house. And then it comes with a contrast pink border to match the pallu. So, very beautiful saris. Very, very beautiful, very authentic, handmade and in pure silk. Every Shobitam silk sari is silk mark certified for authenticity, just like our jewelry, 92.5 silver jewelry is hallmarked. Okay, a color that you cannot go wrong with, presenting a chartreuse sari, lively and playful with equal with pink borders, and that's not all. It's got these threadwork buttas. So very standout sari, and take a look at this. So here is your next sari, vibrant, and then it's got that beautiful Kanjivaram magic to it. So here is your next sari. Now, if you're looking for saris on a budget, even when it comes to our Kanjivarams, we've got a fresh line. Now, these are blended saris. It's not completely art silk, but it's a silk and art silk blend. And this is a tissue meenakari sari, and it'll look very close to the original, but definitely costs less. So this is your next blended silk sari, Kanjivaram tissue silk sari. These are powerloom saris. And then look at the borders, and here is your next very pretty, very unique sari. That one was a tissue. If you're looking for non-tissue, just brocades, we have them as well. So here is your sari, and then we have a fresh collection with so many of these, be it the brocade or the tissue. So here. Okay, airy silk saris. Now, airy silk saris are saris woven when the silkworm actually leaves the cocoon, and they are very, really have to wear these saris to feel them. They feel like cotton, so they don't have that luster to them. They're very unique, but they're very, very comfortable pieces. So here is an airy silk sari, and we got 4 of these, 4 different colors. I'm just going to show you 2, completely hand woven. And like I said, the beauty of the sari can be felt more than it is seen. So here, it just drapes you in elegance and comfort. So here is your airy silk sari in a lovely grey blue, and look at the beautiful meenakari work on it. Along the same lines, we have a sage green. Here is a sage green, and just as charming. So here is your next sari. Okay, let's see what's next. Kalamkari it is next. Actually, I'm going to show you a few more Kanjivarams. These are your soft silk Kanjivarams that are very light. And look at this beautiful pista green. And look at this, very beautiful pista green dual tone with the grey. It's very, very, very lightweight, and it's got light zari work on the body. So here is your next sari. And then I'm going to show you another soft silk, because these are equally popular. And this one actually has stripes all over. So this one has stripes. Look at the sari. And then look at this. It's very lightweight, but these are 100% pure silk and 100% handloom. And I say this with all sincerity. A lot of saris in the market that are branded as soft silks are not pure silks, but these absolutely are. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 kalamkaris this time, and we got these specially done. Now all our kalamkari saris are co-created with our artisans, so you get saris that you do not get anywhere else. So if you know Bharatanatyam, then you got to know the Navrasa, or the 9 emotions. Look at this. So our artisan has made this Navrasa sari with your 9 different emotions, be it joy, be it jealousy. It's got the 9 different emotions, and it's also got the text written in English, so you know what it is. So very beautiful sari. We did the Nari Shakti sari. Which is such a hit. And then we did this along the same lines, and it's come out so beautifully. Look at this. And this is pure silk Kanjivaram. So 100% pure silk Kanjivaram with your Navrasa, or your 9 emotions on it. So the 9 emotions comes only on the top side where it is visible, and the lower half of the sari has florals. So these expressions do not get hidden. They are done on the top half of the sari. And here is your next. Very beautiful, one of a kind. These are our own creations, be it the Nari Shakti sari, or the Navrasa, or the Chola theme, or any other beautiful sari that you see. These are our creations, very exclusive products. So here is the next sari. And when I say our creations, it's our idea. So it all came from us. So very authentic, very original, absolutely one of a kind. So one sari based on a floral theme, and the see when we conceptualize, we don't quite really know what the final output is going to be. But these saris have come out so nicely, green zari borders, and then look at the beautiful florals across the body of the sari. So here is your next sari, and the blouse piece comes in this green with zari border on both sides. And then we have more kalamkaris on the website. Okay, so Kanjivarams don't stop at just saris. We have dupattas, not one, not two, but a whole new batch, and in stunning colors, very stunning colors. These are very generously woven. Look at the width of it. Now, if you want salwar, a top, a kameez to be made out of it, we can do that for you. If you want a kaftan to be made, we can do that for you. And these will be complete with the tassels that I showed you before. So zari on all four sides, and then look at the density of the buttas. And very beautiful mystical colors. We have a whole bunch. So here is the dark one, and then I'm going to show you one more. This is the other color. So it's a light blue and pink dual tone. When the two colors mix, it shows like a lovely lavender hue. So here is the next one, a very pretty dupatta and effortless grace. Did you know we've not done chanderis in a very long time? So we're going to close today's trunk show with a batch of chanderis. But before that, there are two Madhubani saris. These are Madhubani saris on pure tussar, gicha tussar, handmade. And look at the Madhubani work on it. These come from Bihar, the Mithila region of Bihar. And these are hand painted in a beautiful tussar base. So here is the sari, very unique, very standout sari. So here it is. Okay. Another sari, I'm not going to open it fully, but we have like 4 or 5 saris that just came in, all in pure gicha tussar for that rustic texture to it, and beautiful hand painted charm. Did you check out our sanganeris on chiffon? Just like this one, look at this. And this is, can you believe it? This is not a print. This is not a machine print, but actually print done by hand. So using blocks. So very beautiful, lightweight, flowy sari in chiffon. And then look at the florals on it. So very pretty sari. It comes with a nice pallu. Look at the pallu. And very flowy, perfect for spring and summer. So these are your spring and summer saris. And then they come with the contrast blouse piece. So here is your next sari. Alright, so 4 chanderi saris before we wrap up today's show. For those of you who joined late, this is the Shobitam special trunk show festive edit where we are showcasing beautiful jewelry, be it your silver jewelry, like what I'm wearing, and then our black finish jewelry, and then we had oxidized jewelry in all new designs, and very pretty saris from your mushrooms to your kanjivarams, chanderis, kalamkaris, and more. So we're going to finish off with our chanderis. Look at this. Tissue chanderis. And chanderi is called woven air. It's that light, that beautiful. And all of these are handmade. Look at this. A single layer is very thin, very translucent. And the zari frames it beautifully. All of these are hand woven. A beautiful zari pallu. And then again, fall piku is done for the sari. Same design, but a sea green this time. Sea green with red and meenakari on the border. So here is your next sari. You can see how thin, how sheer the fabric is. So you can see how beautiful it is. And that makes it very hard to weave that fabric. Okay, the next one is your light sage green, very, very light sage green. And it's got these buttas, purple leaves with your silver florals, and very thin, delicate sari. The last one is a bangani color borderless sari, and it's just got zari buttas. So it's got a satin border and just zari buttas and a beautiful silver palla. So I'm just going to show you this one. You can see how light it is, and here is your next sari. All right. So with that, we wrap up today's show. I really, really hope that you enjoyed watching it just as much as we loved presenting these beautiful exotic pieces. Um, we had everything from saris to jewelry, and then we have so much more on our website. So we have 9,000 products now on our website. So you are absolutely spoiled for choices. The code for today is spring, because spring is just a week away, and it's a limited time offer. And if you have any questions, any feedback, or collections that you want to see us present, please do talk to us. We are all ears. We'll make it happen. And wishing you all happy spring, a very, very happy Ugadi, a very, very happy Eid. Last but not the least, every trunk show takes a lot of effort by the team. So we have a really, really diligent team that works behind the scenes to make it happen. So although I'm the face here, but so many people have actually worked behind the scenes to make it happen. And I want to thank each one of you for that. So, whether you're here or working remotely, please know that I really, really appreciate all the help. So on that note, it's me, Aparna, signing off, and I'll see you all